Hello everyone, myself Rahia Gadiman, B.Ed 4th Sem, KLE Society Srimati YG Kulugude, College of Education, Athni. Today I am going to present a seminar on educational management. So let us see what is educational management. First, let us see the contents. First one is introduction about educational management. Next, let us see meaning and definition of education management, need and the importance of educational management. Next is scope of education management. Next is objectives of education management. Next is factor influencing educational management. Next is aspect of educational management. Next is functions of education management, and last is conclusion. So let us see the introduction about education management. First one, education helps an individual to live his life efficiently and effectively. Management helps an individual to realize the objectives of the group and direct their effort towards the attainment of the objectives. Applying the principle of management in the field of education, this is also known as education management. So this is the introduction about education management. Next, let us see the management. So this is the meaning and definition of management. Meaning of management is getting things done through other people is called management. Definition of management. Management is the coordination of all resources through the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling in order to attain the stated objectives. So these are the meaning and the definition of management. Next, educational management. Meaning of educational management. Education management is the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling of the activities of an educational institution by utilizing human and material resource. Next is definition of educational management. Theory and practice of management of education institutions and system. G. Theory Page and G. B. Thompson. Next, need and importance of educational management. First, let us see optimum utilization of resource. Second is it helps to bring qualitative change in educational system. Third one is educational management facilitate expansion and diversification of educational institution. Next is specific the authority and responsibility relationship of members of an educational institution. Next, encourage the members of the organization to work for the attainment of organizational goal. And last is it minimize wastage of resource. Next, it helps to attain the institutional goals. It helps to ensure good working condition in an educational institution. It helps in the evaluation of the student as well as members of the staff. And last is it helps in the financing and budgeting of education institution. Next is scope of educational management. First one, providing appropriate human resource. Next, organizing material resource. Next is planning educational goals, policies and procedure. Next is planning, designing, implementing and evaluating curriculum, preparation of timetable, and last is organizing co-curricular activity. So this is some of the scopes of educational management. Next, creation of good evaluation system, monitoring relationship of communities, parent, teachers and student, financing and budgeting, organizing of student council. Next is conducting staff meeting, TQM, and last is providing academic service to the student like midday meal, free uniform, etc. Next is objectives of educational management. First is to attain instructional objectives, to define functions of school. Third one is to coordinate school activities. Fourth one is to maintain a public image of the institution. Fifth one is to ensure appropriate utilization of human resource. Sixth one is to eliminate wastage. Seventh is to ensure the efficiency and effectiveness of infrastructure. Eighth one is create a good school atmosphere. And next, to manage interpersonal conflict. Next is factor influencing educational management. First one is extension of educational institution due to population. Second is increasing the responsibility of the school towards the society. Third one is increasing cost of education. Fourth one is introduction of science and technology. And last is increasing political influence on education. So these are some of the factors which influencing educational management. Next, let us see the aspects of educational management. So first one, organizing human resource such as teachers, students, staff, parents and experts. Second one is organizing material resource such as building, campus, playground, furniture, lab, library, materials, machines, stationery. Third one is organization of ideas and regulation such as ideas, law, rules and regulations. So these are some of the aspects of educational management. Next, functions of educational management. To be specific, the above function can be classified as the functions of planning, organizing, directing, controlling and evaluating, which every educational manager has to perform. First one is planning. Planning is defined as process of setting objectives and determining what should be done to achieve them. It is a decision-making activity through which managers act to ensure the future success and effectiveness of their institution and department as well as themselves. Next is characteristic of planning. First one, anticipator in nature, a system of decision, continuity, flexibility, unity and precision. So these are the some of the characteristic of planning. Next is organizing. Organizing involves the establishment of authority, relationship with provision for coordination between them, both vertically and horizontally in the enterprise structure. Thus, organization is concerned with work, the people and authority relationship. Aim at effective teamwork toward achievement of predetermined objectives. It involves the assignment of tasks, the grouping of tasks into departments and assignment of authority and allocation of resource. Next, importance of organization. First one is help to achieve the organizational goals and objectives. Second one, optimum use of resource. Third one, to carry out the plan. Fourth one, basic element of organizing any activity. Fifth one, defines the purpose and objectives. Sixth one is analyze and identify activity or task required to meet these objectives. Next is allocation related activity to individual. And last is establish a reporting and communication. Next is directing. First one, it is the art or process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly and enthusiastically towards the achievement of group goal. Next is to show the path, give guidance to complete the task. Direction in management is that part which affects the decision given, gives the signal to act, indicate what action is to be and when is it to start and stop. Aspects of directing. First one, the ability to use power effectively and in a responsible manner. Second one, the understanding of people, such as each people has a different level of motive and different motivation force. Third one is the ability to inspire followers to apply their full capacity to an activity. And last is to develop effective communication structure. Next is importance of directing. First one is to achieve goals and objectives in teaching learning process for curriculum development, use of methodology, teaching aids, classroom management. Third one is to ensure proper coordination. Next is organization of activity, curricular and co-curricular. And last is budgeting. And next is controlling. Controlling involves measuring and monitoring performance, comparing result with plan and taking corrective action when required. Thus, controlling first one indicate how far the goal have been achieved, extent of deviation from plan. Thus, control deal with the difference between planned and actual performance. The next one is areas of control. First, institutional budget, financing in terms of income and expenditure. Institutional supplies, stationery and material equipment. Library, maintenance and upgrading. Teaching learning process. Account and school record. Next, evaluation. It is the process of measuring and assessing the achievement of objectives. First one provides an insight into strength and weakness, helps to bring about improvement in education management. And next is needs for evaluation, to determine the effectiveness of plan for manager as well as other, to document that objectives have been met, to provide information about the achievement to staff and other. And last one is to enable manager and staff to make change that improves the plan. Next is area requiring evaluation in academic. First one is goal and objectives. Second is content. In content, first one is selection of content. Second is validity of content to objectives. Third one is to update the content and check its relevancy. Fourth one is content is according to stage of development. Fifth one is teaching learning process. And third is process, such as teacher activity, pupil activity, instructional material, teaching method. And last is outcome or results. Decision making. So what do you mean by decision making? It is defined as selection of one course of action from two or more alternative course of action. And last one, conclusion. We can conclude by saying that education management in this modern world is very necessary for a smooth running and growth of a healthy education. It should be noted that an efficient education administration is an essence for the efficiency and effectiveness. Thus, for success of education management, there must be adequate freedom and flexibility. Discipline and the necessary decorum should be maintained in the education institution. So, this is about the education management. So, thank you one and all.